no matter what anybody says, being a teenager is not easy, and being in high school is not easy. And I think I see it on a daily basis. I see my students, my kids really struggling with issues, and I think it would be really good for them. I think it's really important for them to have some skills on how to deal with those issues, but not just those specific issues like, oh my God, my boyfriend broke up with me, but more about, I'm feeling really sad because my boyfriend broke up with me, and what are the skills that I can learn on how to deal with those kind of stressful situations that I can take with me outside of school.
I'm definitely passionate about teaching social emotional skills. I'm as passionate about that as I am with academics. I think especially at this day and age, a lot of our students are coming in with traumatic pasts, or they're coming in with just a lot on their plate. And I think it's important, especially with some of like the increase in technology, increase in media. I think it's important for what our kids are exposed to, that they understand that each of them have a whole spectrum of feelings.
For me, when I work with students, and it's my 29th year, we all know that we have students of all different backgrounds that come into our classroom. As an educator, the more tools that I have available to help all of my students when they come into the classroom helps me to be a much better teacher for all of my students.
It will be very simple. It was very simple for me to pick up. It lays everything out for you. It spells out what you say, the activities you do to start the session. It gives the card with the scenario on it that you talk to the kids about to generate a conversation about the skill topic. Then it lays out how the kids go about helping you develop the skill steps, and then it lays out a role play and practice. It's very user friendly, it's very simple. It also gives additional activities that you can build in through the week or on another day to also supplement, to again reinforce those same skill steps. So it's very user friendly.
Right now, a lot of our teachers are using circles to talk with children, to like the class meeting format, and it's a good opportunity to utilize that curriculum and work through those issues and problems by integrating the Second Steps curriculum.
As teachers, I know that we are swamped and there is a lot on our plates at all times, and so it can be difficult to think of adding one more thing to it. But this, I can say with full confidence that putting the time and energy into this is going to be so valuable. You think about students who have trouble communicating when they need help with something. Think about students who have difficulty with math or writing or spelling, and you see a lot of shutdown behavior, you see a lot of escape behavior. If we are explicitly teaching students to identify triggers in their body and identify their emotions, and they're better able to communicate that, then we've really built up an incredible relationship with our students, that there is that open communication and they understand what's going on in their bodies and in their minds. And that just allows them to access their academics so much more, to be more engaged, to have more successful academic times, to have more successful recess and lunch times.
So I know that on a daily basis we have 1,000,001 things to do, and that's before the bell even rings at 8 o'clock. And by the time the bell rings at 2:55, it seems like we've added another 1,000,000 things to our to-do list. But I think that we can all agree that we're here for a reason, and we're here for the kids. And we need to do something to help our kiddos in the best possible way, and to try to really do something that will be productive and will be beneficial for them, and really give them those skills that we know are so important, not only just to make their buildings better, but to also make them better.
Well, I think as any teacher knows, and probably a lot of other people, just that school buildings can feel like a pressure cooker sometimes, and just in general, the kids all feed off each other, and sometimes. But the point is just that I feel like if we can show a lot of kids a way to even have a little more control of their emotions, or a few more tools in their toolboxes to help them calm down or to think a little differently about a bad situation, that can have kind of a ripple effect in the building that I really believe could, especially if they have a common language and so forth, that I really believe could make a difference.
Yes, I really hope that it will bring more understanding of differences and diversity, and it will also help us be more accepting of others, because that's something at this age that they really need to they start recognizing, and they really need to start working on. And it's a very important thing to have for our society as well. These kids are eventually going to be our leaders in society, so we need them to be focused on, accepting others' differences,
Well, I think all of our students, the cultural responsivity we have to all of the different backgrounds that our students bring into our classrooms and our buildings is extremely important. So again, it goes back to giving me a better opportunity to help all of my students. Different cultural backgrounds, different social backgrounds, different emotional backgrounds. This all ties together and helps me to be a better educator.
Well, I am really excited. I'm really excited just to see how it evolves and to see over time with the younger students learning these things, starting from kindergarten, just how that's going to build over time. And I'm excited about what we'll see at the high school level after these students have had this education for some time. And I mean, just hoping that they're coming and having more coping skills, and we're doing less of this, almost triage like in the counseling office with so many, crises and emergencies. I'm hoping that we see less of that, and that we see a lot, healthier students. And I don't know, it's exciting.
What I hope and what I feel that the SEL will help us as educators is a better way or another way for us to interact with our students, to be able to help them in their own unique need, to be able to help move them forward. And so it gives us those tools necessary to be able to have those heart conversations with those students, to be able to get them where we want them to be.
Super excited! I've seen such great output from explicitly teaching social emotional skills. I think we are doing our kids a great service to teach them at such a young age to understand themselves. I think they will lead such successful lives, and they will understand themselves better because of that. So I think that although academics are so important, I think that this is just becoming a top priority, and I'm really excited to have this common language throughout our whole district.